And welcome to the Factor Uncensored. For the first time in this country, we are seeing a governmental entity provide reparations to African Americans. It happened in Evanston, Illinois, with the city council there with a $10 million package. Now we have our panel on the Factor to discuss this. Yolanda Jones, is this a step in the right direction? We're starting with a small community just outside of Chicago.
So I think it's a step in the right direction, but I do not believe it should be called reparations. It seems to me that they're trying to right wrongs for discrimination within the housing industry. And then you got to prove that you have an ancestor who lived there between like 1919 through 1969. So you're saying that if you move to Evanston, like after that you didn't experience discrimination for being Black? No. So I think it's gimmicky, and I do not think it should be used as a model to give reparations to people. The most you qualify for, if you qualify, is $25,000. But I do believe that they should be correcting for past discrimination, 1983 discrimination against Black people. So yes, they should be trying to right that wrong.
Tex Christopher, what's your opinion on this, reparations or payments for past discrimination in Evanston, Illinois? Your thoughts?
I feel it's a step in the wrong direction, not in the right direction. I love what Morgan Freeman has to say about it the best. Hey, you know, if you want all this to end, stop talking about it. We've already had 620,000 men that have already paid the price with their blood. It was called the Civil War. We already had a white Republican, a president, Abraham Lincoln, that said, hey, look, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this right. So that time was yesterday. It's not today. It's time for us to go from pointing the fingers, and every time you have one that's pointing, remember that there's three back to you. If you want to point the fingers at somebody, point it at the Democrat Party, who founded the KKK, who started the racism. If you want to point the fingers at the Democrat Party, who funds Planned Parenthood, which is the attack on the Black community. Anthony Johnson was the first slave owner in 1655. The courts, they ruled in his favor, and he had four white slaves and one Black slaves. And it was a landmark decision back then.
All right.
So 90%, go ahead.
Okay, Tex, let's bring Rashonda Tate in. Rashonda, you get to follow that up.
Yeah, I was listening to Tex regurgitate those Republican talking points there. That is insane. The bottom line is it's a matter of trying to right wrongs. Because Lincoln freed the slaves, we're supposed to say, okay, we didn't have discriminatory housing practices after that. There is a reason that housing inequities exist because of discrimination, because of racism. And Evanston is taking and I say this in bold print, first step to making that right.
Yolanda, what should be the next step in true reparations in this country? What you saw, or what you're seeing in Evanston is almost gimmicky, but a first step. What do you want to see in this country, big picture wise?
It's a discussion that needs to be held at the federal level, and everyone everywhere who's Black and who can show discrimination. Actually, it's per se. And I want to point to something Tex said about Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln didn't free the slaves because it was best for slaves. He didn't think that Black people were even equal to white people. He absolutely believed in white supremacy. He was trying to crush the system that allowed the people in the South to beat him. So if you're going to quote history, I'm going to need for you to get it right. But we need to pass federal laws that give reparations. And I don't know if 40 acres and a mule is what we need, but we need something. But Evanston is doing gimmicks. But again, the discrimination does exist. It has existed. It's going to continue to exist. And I'm not surprised at all that a white man who is a beneficiary of this racist, oppressive system would not see it, because how would he know when he hasn't walked through our shoes?
All right, Tex, we'll give you the last word here. 20 seconds. Wrap it up.
All right, so she said 40 acres and a mule. Well, in today's term, that's what we call affirmative action. That's what we call having your own month. That's what we have scholarships. That's what we call having your own colleges. That's what we call minority contracts. Those are things that I don't get, and that's everything that everyone else gets. Thanks for having me.
But white women do get. I'm done.
Yeah, I sure do. Right, exactly.
So there's your 40 acres in the middle right there. You already got it. Now let's get to work.
White women. All right.
Thank you guys for joining us here on the Factor Uncensored.
Thanks.
We'll be back with more Factor in a moment.